Today's program is called Navigator. The whole program, it's integrated. The history, the science and technology of navigation. We start off with the history of navigation, how early civilizations navigated using celestial objects like the sun and the stars. We go on to talk about early tools like maps, sextants, and we go on to compass work. They actually learn how to use a compass.
River Plaza got involved with the program at Poricy Park because the standards for our science curriculum changed. This year we have two standards about earth science. One is tracking the sun's apparent motion across the sky, which the students are able to do here. Much more involved than they are in the classroom. They're able to actually see a demo that was set up for them in the Poricy Park classroom. They're able to go outside and use GPSs to track the location, which will provide an excellent way for them to meet this standard. This program fits into the curriculum in 5th grade because it lines up exactly with our two earth science standards. It also fits in with our social studies standard on using map and globe skills.
I think this program is useful because they've heard a lot of navigation things. Many of them are familiar with GPS from their parents' cars or from their parents' iPhones. And so for them to see that this doesn't appear out of nowhere and that there's a whole history behind navigation, and maybe they've seen compasses in the car, but to know how to actually use one is an experience that I think is very valuable for the students. The students have come here to Poricy Park today to learn about the history of navigation and to do some of their own navigating out in the fields using a geocaching program. Each student will be given a GPS unit, and using that and coordinates, they will have to find certain geocaches in the field. Geocaching is a type of modern scavenger hunt where from a public website you can obtain coordinates, and by following those coordinates you will reach some kind of cache which will have modern treasure. Usually it's just small objects. You can take one of the objects to go with you and leave an object for the next person. Plus there's a logbook where you can write down who you were and what date you came, and you can look back and see who else has found that same cache.
Because the program is created around mission framework, they work as teams to complete missions, as well as learning how to use the GPS. They're looking for answers to certain questions.
The students seem very enthusiastic. They really like being out in the field and being explorers and using the device. Anytime you can get technology in their hands is really wonderful for them.
The students absolutely love the program they're participating in here at Poricy Park. It's very hands-on. They're able to visualize exactly what the instructor is referring to. They have wonderful demonstrations and hands-on activities where they're involved in their learning.
One of the resources we give them as they leave is a site called geocache.com, where they can start and do their own geocaching, because many smartphones now, you can input latitude and longitude and find these sites. There are several public sites at Poricy Park and then at the other great parks in the county.